What's up guys, Jose here from Yugatech, and today, as you can see, we're reviewing something a bit different. As we usually do our reviews, we usually do it in the aero room inside the Yugatech HQ. But this unit that we're reviewing doesn't really fit inside the aero room. That's because it's a bit bigger than usual. Specifically, we'll be reviewing the all-new Omoda 5, this vehicle. And as you can expect, it's loaded with a lot of tech and at an affordable price range of under 1.5 million pesos. What features does it have? Well, stay tuned. So, roll that OBB, and let's get started. Okay, so here we are on the outside. Let's check out the exterior of the Omoda 5. So we got LED DRLs, LED headlights, and the upcoming model that will go on sale after Mia's will also come with fog lights. This one doesn't have it, but it will have it. You also get this really big grille, which features the signature Omoda design language. Pretty nice, right? Well, what do you think? Now, onto the side. You get auto-folding mirrors when you close the car, 18-inch wheels back and front with the red accent, along with accents down the side of the car. Now, here we are at the back of the Omoda 5, and as you can see, you get this really nice set of tail lamps with sequential LEDs and along with sequential LED turn signals. Now, you also get a power tailgate, which you can open via your key fob. So here we are inside the Omoda 5, and this is where all of the tech and features are, where you can find everything here or here. And let's start with the infotainment screen. You have a 10.25-inch digital display, which is a touchscreen unit. And best of all, it comes with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's also here where you can find all of the features of the car. So, you press home. You can go through the vehicle settings, local settings, and a lot more. But what I really like about the Omoda 5 is having your own personal assistant. Think of it like Amazon's Alexa or iPhone's Siri. So all you need to do is say, "Hey Omoda."
What's up?
And it can do a lot of things. For example, I want to adjust the air conditioning unit.
Say that again?
"Hey Omoda, it's a bit hot."
On. It's already maximum cooling.
Well, the temperature is already at max, so nothing I can do. But it can also do stuff like opening the sunroof. So, "Hey Omoda,
I'm listening.
open the sunroof."
Okay, opening.
See, amazing, right? Now, imagine doing this while driving. Yes, it also works even when you're on the road. So you don't really need to take your hands off the wheel anymore to adjust anything. Now, it's getting a bit windy, so let's close that sunroof. "Hey Omoda,
I'm listening.
close the sunroof."
Okay, I'll close the sunroof.
And just like that, everything is within your reach without having to move your hand from the steering wheel or anywhere for that matter. So imagine here just relaxing and unwinding from a long day, and you can control everything, well, not everything, but majority of it by voice command. And again, aside from other amenities, you do get 50-watt wireless charging on the left side. Unfortunately, there's no wireless charging on the right. It's for the keys for now. Although Omoda did say the updated version, and specifically the Omoda 5 EV, will come with dual 50-watt wireless charging. Although, from my experience, it doesn't really work that well. It just heats up my phone and I end up draining battery. Although Omoda did say they are working on that feature. Thank you.
You are welcome.
So, other features here, you have the shifter in the middle with the park on the left side, which is a button, by the way. Aside from that, you have other very soft touch buttons like the home. Yes, it's soft touch, so you don't really need to go through it, press it, anything. And then you have a 360-degree camera. Now, this 360-degree camera automatically turns on when you're turning the steering wheel or when you're signaling left or right. Now, you can turn it off if you're not too into that. So if you find that turning left or right and the screen automatically turns into the 360-degree cam, you can turn it off in the settings if you still want to have Apple CarPlay or your navigation inside. Now, other amenities include a big cooler box down here. Yes, this is cooler. And you have, although it's hard to see right now, you do have ambient lighting here in the cup holder and on the dash, along with the front door cards. Now, there are 64 colors available to choose from, which is a lot, especially considering this is technically an entry-level vehicle. To keep you from being bored inside the car, you do get 8 speakers, and if you notice, they're actually made by Sony. From my experience, they sound okay. They do lack a bit of bass for my liking, but that's because there's no sub or amp in the car. But at least the mids and trebles are quite clear. So it's not really the best, but then you do have to manage your expectations. This is a car that's under 1.5 million pesos after all. So if you want something like Mark Levinson and the like, well, you gotta move up the range. But for what it is, it's really, really good already. Moving on to what you have in front of you. Here, you have another 10.25-inch digital display, which shows you everything you need to know about the vehicle, including driving parameters, fuel, like fuel consumption, average speed, trip, and many more. It's also here where you will find the Omoda 5's Advanced Driver Assist System 4.0, or as they call it, ADAS 4.0. You get a full suite of features, including front collision warning, lane departure warning, lane departure emergency, which automatically bumps the steering wheel to the left or right, and along with adaptive cruise control, which is really, really cool because it works even at slow speeds. On most cars, adaptive cruise control usually works only on high speeds, such as when you're on the expressway or at 60 kilometers and up. But on the Omoda 5, it works even as slow as 15 kilometers per hour. So imagine being stuck in BGC, EDSA traffic, and you can already work with it. And you can even adjust the distance from you and the car in front, just so you have a little peace and safety when it comes to, driving around. But the only thing I realized after driving this car for a while is that even in the shortest distance set, there is a bit of a gap. So you better be careful, especially given how drivers and motorcyclists are here in the Philippines. So you still need to pay attention when you're on the road. Another cool feature about this car that I found out is that you can't really drive with the door open. So when you put it on drive or reverse and you move the car, it automatically moves it back to park. That makes sure that you won't hit anything and you're just overall safe. On the topic of safety, aside from ADAS 4.0, you do get 6 airbags in the car. So in the event of an accident, you are well protected. It's actually very safe. According to Omoda, this Omoda 5 actually scored 5 stars in the Euro NCAP, which is surprising considering not a lot of cars pass Euro NCAP with a 5-star rating. And that's pretty much it from the interior. What other things you need to know? You get 6-way power seats for the driver, 4-way power seats for the passenger, front passenger by the way, and automatic windows on all 4, both up and down. Again, did you expect this car to have all of these features? I certainly didn't. But what's a car review without driving the car? So let's go for a quick drive. And as you notice, we're already in Bataan, so let's enjoy some mountain roads. So now we're driving and we're on the road and we're cruising at around 100, and this is where the suite of features that the Omoda 5 has comes into play, and it's very useful. For example, we have the 4.0 ADAS, which is Advanced Driver Assistance System, and right now I'm just set it at 100 and I'm just cruising along. I mean, you shouldn't, but you can effectively take your hands off the wheel for a bit just so you can, take a breather, relax, sit a bit more comfortably, and you can let the car do its thing. And as you can see, there's a car right in front of me right now, and it'll automatically gauge the distance and speed up and slow down depending on how far the car ahead is in front of me. Of course, you still have your regular cruise control if you're not using ADAS, but of course, if you're not using ADAS, you're not really getting the full use of the system, which for me is you have that function right there, so might as well make the most out of it. And at the same time, this is where the Omoda functions of the head unit comes into play and is very useful. For example, right now as you can see, it's very hot outside. The temperature is around 31.5 degrees, and rather than having to adjust the aircon manually, I can just do something like this. Hey Omoda,
What's up?
it's a bit hot.
Okay, lowering temperature to 15.0 degrees.
See, and I didn't really have to take my hands off the wheel to adjust the aircon, and I could still use CarPlay, have everything right on the screen. Now, aside from having a lot of features at your disposal, you do have a very comfortable cabin to work with. You have really cold aircon, you have the sunroof if you want it turned on, and at the same time, you have a very comfortable ride. The tires are good, the suspension is well balanced as well, and at the same time, you have really good seats to bolster you in when you're driving along. You do have 6-way adjustable seats, so you can adjust it to your driving style and to your liking. So, you can drive a bit more relaxed, or if you want to be more upright, you can do that too. And again, that's what makes this car at least one of the features that makes this car really nice to drive with. Also, one thing I did notice is that the steering wheel is speed sensitive. So while we're stopped right now, you can notice that I can easily move the steering wheel with just one finger. It's that light. But when you're on the road or driving on the expressway cruising at around 100, it becomes a bit more weighted. Now, unfortunately, the model we have right now, at least for this specific unit, it only comes with heated seats. But Omoda did say the units that will be coming out for on sale, which will be after Mia's, will come with air-conditioned seats, because do we really need heated seats in the Philippines? I mean, it works if you want to keep your food warm, especially for the passenger seat if you don't have someone sitting there. I don't find any use for heated seats, at least in the Philippines. So having the comfort of cold seats, air-conditioned seats for that matter, is a great plus given the hot weather that we're experiencing right now. Alright, so now we've come to the fun part of our drive. We're in the twisties of Mariveles. And if you think of a crossover like this, you wouldn't expect it to handle well because, it's a crossover and this isn't exactly meant to go drive fast and go for spirited drives around mountain roads and the twisties. But you'd be surprised. This Omoda 5 with the 1.5 liter turbo and even the CVT handles well. You'd expect it to have body roll, a lot of body rolls, not turn in well, and overall, just not a good time with this car, especially on twisty mountain roads. But surprisingly, it does it really well. And at the same time, all of the ADAS features you have still work. Still have lane keep assist and even adaptive cruise control at your command. So you can just set it to like whatever speed you want, chuck it into a corner and it will turn. Now, do mind that I'm not trying to go deep into the driving and handling of this car because that's reserved for the Yuga Auto team, which will probably be hosted by Pablo or Carlos. So be sure to stay tuned for that because their review of the Omoda 5 will be coming out soon. So there you have it, the Omoda 5. This vehicle will be launched at MIA's 2024 this coming April, and along with the Omoda 5 EV and the JQ brand. For under 1.5 million pesos, this car is truly astounding. Like, I'm into cars and I'm also into tech, and it's a perfect mix of both. So if you have any questions, just feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to our channel to watch more. And don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Jose, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.